Hello readers, it's Kate from Harris & Harris Books. Today I'm delighted to introduce a special guest. Today we have Polly Crosby. Hello Polly.
Hello Kate, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you, very well. Polly is author of two smashing novels, her first being Illustrated Child, which is just fantastic. It's basically it's I don't know why I'm telling you, but okay, I'll go ahead. I've read it and I've loved it. It's a father and daughter, and the father starts to write some novels about his daughter, incorporating his daughter and illustrating his daughter in said books, and they're incredibly popular, that's right, and then incorporating a mystery.
Yes, a sort of rumour of a treasure hunt hidden within the books.
Very exciting,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
And they're on, which is just fantastic. But the reason Polly is here today is to show us her brand new novel, The Unravelling. And this has just come out. Polly, would you like to tell us a little bit about your novel?
I'd love to, thank you.
Would you like to hold it?
Of course. So The Unravelling is about a young woman who takes a job as PA onto a mysterious island off the Suffolk coast. And her job is to collect butterflies for the old woman that lives on the island. As with The Illustrated Child, it's a sort of Gothic mystery. This one is dual timeline, set in the 20s, 50s and present day. And yeah, as you can see, it's a really pretty cover that I'm so pleased with.
Did you tell me about the cover? Did you have a hand in it? Because I know you do artwork.
I didn't paint any of it, although I did draw the map, which is inside. I didn't do the writing because my writing is so atrocious that I can't actually read my own writing when I write books. So, but yeah, it's I'm really pleased with the cover and really proud of it. So yeah.
And so you should. It's wonderful. It's absolutely beautiful. I've loved it. I love them both. I really did. Polly, you've set this book, The Unravelling, in an unusual setting, an unusual location. Can you tell us a little bit about it and why you chose it?
Yes, well, I'm a Suffolk girl, and the island I've set it in is just off the Suffolk coast.
Oh, do please tell us again, how do I say it?
It's called Doerland, although if you want to pronounce it in a different way, Kate, it's fine.
Doerland. Doerland. Okay.
But yeah, I made up the island because I wanted to create the suspense that an island can, and the mystery and the feeling of not being able to leave and having to work through your problems in a contained, isolated space. And I think island mysteries they're sort of locked room mysteries in a way, because you can't escape. So
No.
yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you. So did something or someone or a book influence the making of this book?
There were lots of influences. There's influences of places. For example, Orford Ness in Suffolk was a real influence, because it's a strange, mysterious spit of land where lots of secretive goings-on happened in the 20th century.
Oh yes, that's absolutely right.
I don't know about someone or something.
Or any books that you've loved and that might have geared you towards the style of the writing or the
oh
dual,
yeah, I see what you mean. Yes. There's lots of writers that are such an influence, whether you realise it or not. My favourite author is Claire Fuller.
One moment. That was one of my questions.
That's clever,
later,
wasn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
That was seamless, a little too seamless. I wasn't ready. Claire Fuller, yes. One of my questions was going to be, Polly, who is your favourite author?
Yeah. Well, there we go.
And here we are.
I love Claire's work because
yes,
it's just so beautiful. Her ideas and there's always little strange mysteries and nuances, and her characters are exquisite. And
they really are. I've loved them. I've actually only read two of these. There's quite a few here. We have all our endless number days, and we have swimming lessons. We have Burnt Orange, which was my first of hers that I read, and I absolutely loved it. This was set in a large old rambling house, I believe, wasn't it, that she went to curate?
Always good. I love
a book set in an old rambling house. Absolutely love it. It's catnip to me. And then, of course, her new one, Unsettled Ground, which I just loved.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Quietly Desperate, I thought of this one. It was just...
I love that.
Fantastic.
There's always a slight darkness, and I love darkness in literature.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's that it's not horrible or depressing,
No.
but it's real life. It echoes not just the good but the bad, and
It
and
is,
no
this
one
is
is
true, yeah.
no one's just good, are they? There's,
Yeah, they are
especially
fantastic.
Kate.
So, next up, I asked Polly for her top 5 favourite books. And here they are. Polly, would you like to talk about them?
Okay, so in no particular order, I've recently read The Paper Palace, which is set in America in this incredible place called the Paper Palace, which is a sort of holiday home on these lakes. And it's about a woman who is deciding whether or not to stay with her husband. And it flashes back and forward to her growing up and holidaying there. And it's hot and eerie and fabulous, and it gets inside her head, and it talks about relationships, and again it's got that darkness, but it's just beautiful. I loved it.
Fantastic. Now, the publishers have recently said that if you've liked Where the Crawdads Sing, that you might like this. Would you agree?
I'm the only person in the world never to have read Where the Crawdads Sing. One day
You're
one
going
day.
home with a copy of Where the Crawdads Sing.
Okay.
I'm going to press one in your hand.
Okay.
It's fantastic. Lovely, thank you. So next up we have this one. This is Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason. And you enjoyed that one too?
I did. Again, it's got that slight darkness about it, which is obviously a recurring theme with me. It looks into people's characters and their thoughts, and it's about a young woman who's struggling to work out who she is and where she's going, and it's about her relationship with her husband, and it's fascinating.
It
really
is.
good.
It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, it can break your heart, but then mend it with a quick wit
Yeah.
in the next sentence. Yes,
Absolutely.
fantastic. And then next up we have this one. We have The Gardener by Sally Vickers, just new into paperback.
This is the first Sally Vickers that I'd read, and she's written
Me
a
too.
few.
Yes, me
Yeah.
too. That was my first.
And again, it's a lovely rambling house in the
Yes,
countryside.
loved it.
And
Loved
it's
it.
beautiful. It's definitely lighter than the other two.
Yes.
Just a bit.
A little bit.
But it's stunning. And it's, again, the idea of countryside and things growing wild and being tamed, and people's relationship to the countryside and the landscape. And it was lovely. And there's a slight little bit of folklore as well, which I'm always
it's
up for.
Wonderful, wonderful. And number 4 on your list, Polly, we have The Clockwork Girl
Yeah.
by Anna. How are you going to pronounce that?
I
Mazzola.
think it's Mazzola or Mazzola.
Mazzola.
I'm sorry, Anna. I know we
Yes.
know each other, and I should know your name by now.
Beautiful
isn't it
cover.
beautiful? Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. Yes,
I'm
you've loved that.
I'm about halfway through at the moment, and it's brilliant. It's historical in Paris.
That looks like another large house.
Yeah,
Love
has,
that.
has to be done, doesn't it?
Yes,
These ancient
it
old
does.
wonderful places, and it talks about the royalty at the time and a clockmaker who works in Paris at the time. But there's something slightly magical, slightly unusual about it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Fantastic. It's got some fantastic endorsements behind here. Yeah, brilliant. This is another one to read. And then lastly on Polly's top 5, well, it was
A Terrible Kindness.
Terrible Kindness.
By Jo Browning-Rowe, which we can't actually show.
No, because well, I did 2 minutes ago, but I just sold it. It's
we
that
were
good.
talking about it in the shop, and someone
were.
went, right, I'll have that.
So it's ruined the event here, but so I can't show you. But it'll be back in stock probably tomorrow. But you've enjoyed that one too.
It's brilliant. Yeah, it's Jo's debut novel.
Is that
and
right? Good, lovely.
And it's about a young embalmer who goes to the Aberfan disaster in Wales and has to look after the children they pull from the rubble. And it sounds horrific, but it's not really about that. It's about the embalmer growing up, and it's wonderful. It's I think I'm really drawn to characters that really have depth and really pull you in, and you just want to hug this chap, and it's amazing.
Rooting for him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a smashing list. I'm going to list these 5 books down below, so you can look back at all of them, including Claire Fuller's book. So, Polly, you mentioned earlier about your next book, and I am desperate to read more by you. So am I right in saying there's another book?
You are. You've sprung this on me.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
that.
No,
it's fine. Yeah, no, my next book's coming out next May.
Next May. Are you allowed to give any hints at all, or would you prefer to keep it under wraps?
I can give you the title. It's called Vita and the Birds. It's a historical dual timeline novel set in the 30s and the present day, or 30s and the 90s.
Oh, my days.
Yeah, and again set in Suffolk, on the Suffolk coast. So it's very
what joy.
sea themed, and it's got a huge ancient derelict house in it.
No way.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, can it get any better than that? I don't think so. Oh, Polly, that is brilliant. That's so exciting.
Yeah. No,
Sorry to spring that on you.
No, it's fine.
You're welcome.
It's fine. It's been really, really fun writing it, actually. It was just one of those books that went well. So
fantastic. So next May, that's really exciting. So watch out for news of that and other delights coming in May. But we're not going to talk anymore about the Unravelling or about your books, because Polly has very kindly agreed to come back later this year, and we're going to do an audience with. So please keep an eye open for future posts about an event with Polly much later this year.
I can't wait.
Polly, thank you so much for visiting us here in Harris & Harris. And thank you, all of you, for tuning in. And we'll see you soon. Toodles.
Bye.